Alright. Fuel selector, we're going to leave it on the left. Engine gauges look good. Trim is neutral. Transponder, alt. Doors are shut. We're going to do a normal takeoff. So.
Southbound traffic, Skywagon 5 Delta, direct cross 116, close traffic, southbound.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie's holding short 16, South Valley. Alright, so I don't see anyone on my screen coming, and I'm looking, I don't see anyone over there coming. So, we're good to take off. South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie's taking off runway 16 for a southbound departure, South Valley.
700 feet remaining.
So now, who's Charlie?
My airplane is 28 Mike Charlie. Okay, airspeed's alive. Gauges are in the green. Waiting for 75.
Turning right cross 116, South Valley. South Valley, Skywagon 5 Delta, right base 16, close traffic, South Valley.
Okay, landing gear's coming up.
Southbound traffic, Skywagon 5 Delta.
Flaps coming out.
16, close traffic, South Valley. South Valley traffic, Skyhawk 776, turning right, downwind, South Valley.
That's a little bumpy. We'll see how it is when we get by the canyon by Nephi.
That was a smooth
Starts
takeoff.
bumping, getting bumpy when it gets warm, you know?
Yeah. Smooth takeoff though.
Thanks.
So do most pilots fly in the winter because it's not as hot?
Oh yeah, it's a lot nicer flying in the winter. You just have to worry about icing with moisture, you know. But yeah, it's much better performance from your airplane in the winter. South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie is exiting the pattern on the upwind, and we are southbound towards the point of the mountain at 5,500 climbing.
I've played that golf course a couple times.
Nice.
Good angle from it.
Okay, so right here,
Southbound traffic, Skywagon 5 Delta, right cross.
I can't go above 6,000. I need to stay below 6,000 because at 6,000 that's Class B airspace for Salt Lake.
Okay.
I need to get permission to go into that, which we're not going to do today. So we'll just go down here till we hit Bangalore and then we'll start climbing.
South Valley traffic, Skyhawk 776, turning right base 16, South Valley.
So at this moment we're at 7,000.
We're at 5,700. So it's right here or 5,700.
I see.
South Valley traffic, Skyhawk 776 is right final 16, South Valley.
So there's a helicopter or something out here, kind of at our 1 o'clock, about 2 miles, mile and a half. You see it?
No.
Might be a plane.
Would it be about the same height as us or lower?
Right now it is. Oh, all of a sudden it disappeared off my.
There's a plane
chart.
behind us, but
Maybe it's behind us.
like way back there.
Will it catch drones on this as well or no?
Yeah. Well, not yet. September 16th was the deadline to have reporting on your drones, and not everyone's compliant with it. So when they're compliant, yes, we'd see them.
Iron's bank.
And we'll start talking to Salt Lake here in a minute. We'll switch over.
Skywalker 51 Delta short, final 16.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie is 7 miles south of the field over Bangater, southbound towards Point Mountain. Last call, South Valley.
930 Juliet, thank you. IFR cancellation received.
Was that other planes talking, or where is that voice coming from?
That was Salt Lake. Salt Lake approach, Aero 28 Mike Charlie is at 6,000 over West Jordan. We're southbound towards Nephi with request.
November 28 Mike Charlie, Salt Lake approach, squawk 0314, their request.
Squawking 0314, and we are planning on going down to Nephi and then over to Ephraim Airport, just see if we can get flight following at Mike Charlie.
Number 2 Mike Charlie, ready to contact, miles northwest of Point Mountain. Altimeter 299er3, and what was your aircraft type?
299er3, and we are a Papa 28 uniform type 8 Mike Charlie. They keep track of all the airplanes they control. They want to know what type you are.
Allegiance 3210 with the airfield inside.
Allegiance 3210, clear visual approach, runway 13.
Clear for visual approach, runway 13.
Right over this area, it's restricted airspace, but I don't know if it's active, so I'm staying clear of it. Over the NSA and Camp Williams, you know.
You know why it is?
Sometimes it's active and they're doing military things over there and shooting up into the air, and they just want you to stay away.
Makes sense.
It doesn't look like it's active, but I'm just staying clear of it.
Smart.
Such a cool view, such a cool of the mountains.
Yeah.
Crew track 683, traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles southeast down to Cherokee 6,800.
Are those
Crew track
paragliders
683.
able to make it
Number
up
28 Mike Charlie, traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles northwest bound, over I-15 is a Skyhawk at 7,000.
We're looking for that traffic, 8 Mike Charlie. So there's a Skyhawk about our altitude over I-15 heading this way. Tell me if you see it.
I see it.
You see it?
Yep.
We have that traffic inside 8 Mike Charlie.
Got with 3763, solid departure, ready to contact, line maintain 14,000, and proceed direct to Zion's.
Oh, I see it now.
November 118 Bravo Foxtrot, traffic 1 o'clock, and 7 miles northeast bound,
That is
Airbus descending out of 10,000.
Less than a mile away from us.
Collision 3210, traffic 12 o'clock, 6 miles southbound is a sport cruiser at 9,500, just about to cross over the localizer.
Looking for traffic, Allegiance 3210.
Okay, with 3763, resume normal speed.
This is so sick.
It is. I love it.
Legion 3210, traffic no factor.
Copy for Allegiance 3210.
November 118 Bravo Foxtrot, traffic no factor.
This is high.
Number 28 Mike Charlie, additional traffic total clock 5 miles on the base to 13 at Provo is an Airbus 320, 8,670.
Alright, we'll watch for that traffic, Mike Charlie. I have it inside, Mike Charlie.
28 Mike Charlie, right.
See that Airbus right there?
Yep.
Career track 683.
He's going into Provo.
120.9er.
120.9er, career track 683.
See this little orange corner here? That's the restricted airspace. I just want to make sure I don't go in there.
Guy was 3726, all departure, rate of contact, climb maintain 1.
Well, if it's not active, I would be in trouble, but if it is active, I would be without clearance.
Alicia 3210, contact Provo Tower.
Tower now, I'll leave down 3210, thank you.
Is there a reason why it is restricted?
Yeah, they do military operations there, Camp Williams, and sometimes they're shooting. They just want you to stay away.
Shooting in the air or what?
Yeah.
November 28 Mike Charlie, and for a flight following all the way to Ephraim, reset transponder and squawk 4311.
Reset squawk 4311, Mike Charlie. A little bit of turbulence right there.
I believe when we flew in the helicopter, we landed over here on one of the mountains.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's so crazy. So explain turbulence.
So air is like water. You know how when you watch water come down a river? I mean, air's the same way. It's got currents and ripples, and so different pockets of air density are just in the air, and sometimes when you hit it, it's turbulent, you know? Or if you hit a stream of air that's like circling or whatever, that's where you get turbulence.
I see. And that is caused by hot weather?
Yeah, just thermals and heating of the ground causes that. If I was flying just St. George, I'd probably just go straight over this mountain, but since that Airbus was coming in, I'm just staying clear. I don't want to hit his wake, you know, or anything. Just go over here to the side.
And does the wake stay about the same plane build?
No, it drops.
Okay.
So right here where we are, we can't go above 9,000, so I stopped climbing for a minute. I'm going to change our propeller pitch a little bit and just kind of cruise level.
Public approach, this is Wolf 44. We accidentally sparked VFR. We're crossing over the lake, about 6,000 feet, headed back to Provo with information key left. I wanted to let you know.
Wolf 44, Roger, and you can contact Provo Tower.
Contact Provo Tower, thanks for helping.
Alright, you want to fly?
Yeah.
Okay, put your feet on the pedals and hands on here. Now, if you let go, the plane should go level, and if it's not, if you're fighting it, tell me and we can trim it, okay? So just watch your altitude right here. Do not go any higher. Just glance at this every once in a while. We do not want to go up to 9,000. We want to stay below, okay?
And pull.
So go ahead and turn left and just start heading that way. Yeah, pulling goes up, pushing goes down, so... Yeah, you have flight controls.
I got flight controls.
You have flight controls.
That's my boy.
Okay, straight now.
Holy cow, flying a plane.
Okay, can you tell the nose came up? So
Yeah.
push a little bit forward until we get out of this
763,
airspace.
maintain for level 230.
And we're almost out of it.
So keep going down.
Just stay about right here.
Okay.
Okay, we're out of the airspace, so you can climb. It doesn't matter now, so don't worry about climbing up or down. We can stay about here, but if you go up, it's not a problem anymore.
Okay, good to know.
And if you, every once in a while, just let go and see what the plane does. If it goes forward, we need to trim it back a little bit, you know?
Okay, so it kind of went forward a little bit.
Okay. Okay, switching tank.
Announcing that you're switching tanks, what does that do?
So there's a tank in each wing.
Yep.
In this airplane, you have to actually manually switch the tank that the fuel's coming from. Some planes have a thing where you can set it on both and it drains both.
Yeah.
But this plane doesn't have that. So see that little dip in the ridge up ahead? We're heading right towards that dip.
Okay.
That was contact flight center 133.9.
This is so sick.
So just to keep it balanced,
Yeah, there you go.
I switch it, you know.
You're talking about the ridge in the mountain, right?
Yeah, that little dip.
Okay.
So here's the lake, and then that dip is past it, right?
Yep.
This is wicked.
On my screen here, see this green
3726, contact Salt Lake Center
kind of finger-looking
133.9.
circle?
Mm-hmm.
That tells me where I can glide to if the engine went just stopped.
Oh, really?
So I can see my distance if I lost an engine. I can see where I can glide, you know.
092, public approach to maintain 12000.
Now, is it pretty easy to land anywhere?
13.
Say that again.
If we lost the engine right now, where would you look for it to land?
Probably those fields over there.
First, I would look for a field, honestly. I don't think I would try a road for many reasons. There's always telephone poles and lines.
630, climb maintain flight level 230.
Okay.
And there's cars and people, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I start heading towards a field and I get down low enough and I can tell there's no power lines.
Flight departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 230, and proceed direct to Zion.
Power lines or people or cars, then I would probably try to land on a road if I think I could do it, because then it's a little bit easier on the plane.
092, just maintain 9,000.
9,002, and we do have the airport in sight.
But if there's an airport
092, and clear visual approach runway 13.
within range, I'll go there first.
092.
And the closest one would probably be Provo, right?
Yeah, we wouldn't make it all the way across the lake. This airplane flies for every 900. Sorry, let me think about this. For every mile that I drop, I can glide 9 miles.
Wow.
Right? But a mile is a lot. That's like 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
Right now, we're only at 9,000 feet, and the ground is at 4,000 something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're less than a mile up. So we could glide a mile, or sorry, about 8 miles maybe at the most, and that's not really that far. I mean, there's an airport over there, but I don't think we'd make that either.
Southwest 4241, Salt Lake departure, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 230, and proceed direct to Cougar.
Can you tell when you start, if you're looking over the hood, you can tell when it's going up and down, right?
092, get in.
And you can tell if you're level. So right now you're going down, so pull back a little bit just to level off, and then you stay level. And if that picture stays the same, then you're level, right? And you can confirm that you're level just by glancing at this. If this is staying in one spot, then you're level. If it's going that way, you're climbing. Going that way, you're descending.
Okay.
But usually when you first learning, you just keep your eyes out and you just glance at that every once in a while.
When you're being tested, do they expect you to be able to keep it level for X amount of...
Yeah, during all the maneuvers too. Like when you do I'll do a steep turn and stuff to show you. You have to do the whole steep turn and not lose more than 100 each way.
Okay, 4241, resume normal speed.
Then when you go do your commercial, which I just did in February, you can only miss it by 50 each way, so you have tighter tolerances, right?
Southwest 1053.
Can you only do it in this plane, or do you switch it up?
No, my private I did it in an Archer, and then my instrument I did it in a Cessna 172, and then the commercial I did it in this one.
Okay.
Now I'm working on my certified flight instructor, so I can just do that when I'm retired.
That's ideal.
Part-time, you know. You can get paid about 60, 70 bucks an hour for CFI. That's good little part-time.
Yeah, that's great.
Just for fun, you know, when you're retired. If you feel like you're pushing and it's climbing, if you let go, what does it do? Feels like it's climbing just a touch, so I'll trim it. Okay.
I like this, the way that it kind of like turns and then turns. It's like such a cool feeling.
That's pacing right there.
Okay.
This is Genola.
And is that Mona?
That's Mona, yep.
So cool.
Well, that's Goshen, and then Mona's over here, I think.
Okay.
So being at this level, do we get dehydrated a lot quicker?
Yeah. Yeah, in a non-pressurized airplane like this, Laura gets hypoxia, like the lack of oxygen, really quickly. She gets feeling sick, so she wears oxygen. We have a tank with a cannula and everything.
3, contact Salt Lake Center 133.9er.
Was that for us?
Yeah.
133.9er, 8 Mike Charlie.
Right, Mike Charlie, that was not for you, but yeah, you can contact them now, 133.9er.
All right, thanks, 8 Mike Charlie.
Salt Lake approach.
Salt Lake approach, Arrow 28 Mike Charlie is at 8,200.
November 28 Mike Charlie, Salt Lake Center, Salt Lake altimeter 299er.
299er 2, did you say?
299er 2.
Salt Lake Center, Southwest 1053.
Now, legally,
1053, Salt Lake Center, climb maintain, flight level 320.
Legally, if you're above 12,500 and 14,000, if you're in that range, you can only stay there for 30 minutes without oxygen. And then you're required to have it. But if you're above 14,000, you have to have it all the time.
Okay.
As a pilot. SkyWest 3726, contact Salt Lake Center 125.57.
This
2557, SkyWest 3726, good day.
This airplane can go up to 20.
2452, cross
but
main at maintain, flight level 190 at 280 knots.
That's density altitude, so in the summer, that'll be lower than in the winter, right?
2452.
Some birds flying down there.
So just plan on going over these mountains like this. We might get some turbulence going over these little mountains. So it's surprising how much turbulence and how high it goes over the mountains. This will tell us how bumpy it will be going through the canyon. It'll just give us a little idea. So if it gets super bumpy, probably won't go through the canyon. Or maybe we'll go up really high, like climb up and go over or something.
American 2452, let's do this. Cross 10 miles east of Spain at maintain.
So climb up a little bit. You've lost about 1,000 feet.
Okay, 10 miles before East Spain.
Just slowly, you don't have to do it fast. There is a plane that just is over by Nephi. It looks like they're in the traffic pattern.
Traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, 12 miles northbound. Altitude indicates 6,200, type unknown, unverified.
Want me to get back into that 8,000 mark?
Put it close.
Do you want me to get up to that 8,000 mark?
Go up to 9,000 again.
Skies 4241, Salt Lake Center, climb maintain, flight level 270.
Climb maintain 270, Skies 4241.
And this is about the right speed to climb, about 97, so...
Salt Lake, citation 32 kilo.
We're going 97 miles an hour?
97 knots.
Okay.
So our speed over the ground right now is about 115 miles an hour. But that's 102 knots, right?
118
GS?
Ground speed, yeah.
Okay.
So turn right a little bit. We're heading towards Nephi that way, so...
Oh, okay, yeah.
2111, Salt Lake Center, expect 16 right.
How does it feel?
It's insane.
16 right.
This is the craziest thing ever.
Salt Lake, citation 32
Next
kilo,
time
Mike
I'll
Airborne,
drive,
VFR
all
off.
Yeah, for sure. Next time it's all you.
Not quite so steep.
Okay, sorry.
4044.
We'll stall if you go that steep.
404.
Which is fine, but if you want to stall...
Kilo, Mike.
Yeah, no, not today.
You sure, Wyatt? You don't want to stall?
I'm 110%.
Let go of the yoke, what does it do? Okay.
Correction, November 118, Bravo 5,
So-
Salt Lake Center, Salt Lake altimeter 29902.
One of the things that you have to do in every check ride and every test, even private pilot, is you have to just if this ever gets in the 95 range, you need to not go lower.
10 miles southeast of Heber
So
City
push it
Airport.
forward to
Salt Lake
make it go
altimeter
faster.
292, say altitude.
Push this forward?
Yeah. So if you pull up, you're gonna slow, right?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
November 32 Kilo Mike, cleared to the Romeo Sierra November Airport, as filed, climb maintain, flight level 330.
Cleared to rest and as filed up
So
330.
you have to know how to
70, descend and maintain.
stall the airplane and recover from a stall
200
on every level.
Exit to 6,
Private, instrument, and commercial, and everything.
Makes sense, yeah.
So,
Delta 2111 cross, jamming at maintain 17,000 at 280 knots. Salt Lake altimeter 29902.
2111.
yeah, just go in this direction that you're facing right now.
Okay.
Do you see the Nephi Airport?
212 Alpha Golf contact, Salt Lake approach.
Is this straight in front of us?
It is. The nose is covering it right now. So if you level off just a little bit, you might see it. See a landing strip?
Oh, the straight one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah. It's like a dust devil further south.
So we got a plane 2,500 feet below us going that way.
670 contact, Salt Lake approach on 1.
And we got one 1,300 feet above us
670.
going that way too.
See that guy?
I think you're looking too high, Doss. I see him. Just
You
right
see him?
above this mountain, yeah. About to hit the
And November 2,
white
Mike
strip in
Charlie,
the air.
traffic is your 9 to 10 o'clock, 1 mile. Altitude indicates 10,300 northbound, should be no factor.
We have that traffic in sight, Mike Charlie, thanks.
Thank you.
Go over this way just a touch. Okay, about right there. There is an airplane at the Nephi Airport in the traffic pattern, but he's 3,100 feet below us, so we're okay to fly over that, but just keep that in mind.
What's the closest that you're able to fly over someone?
You're supposed to stay a minimum of 500 feet, but 1,000 is usually what they prefer, yeah.
What is the closest that you ever got with another person?
I got pretty close. Somebody in the traffic pattern at South Valley once. We were probably like 200 or 300 feet away.
Contact Salt Lake Center on 135.
Was he going the opposite direction or same direction?
Yeah, he wasn't announcing where he was.
600 Lima Papa, cross jam and at maintain 17,000 at 280 knots. Salt Lake altimeter 299.
Look at all these birds, Dawson, on the right. They're doing like the formation. There's a ton of them.
Right bottom or right middle?
It's like right, probably your 3 o'clock.
Oh, I see them. Oh, that's so cool.
Pretty sick.
We didn't get much turbulence going over those hills, so I think we're okay going through the canyon. Just level off.
North 6 Zulu Romeo, Salt Lake Center, Delta altimeter 299.5.
You feel like you're pushing, let go of the yoke and see what happens.
center, Delta 2657, 16-3, climbing 230.
Okay.
So 2657 Salt Lake Center, climb maintain, flight level 310.
We're going to lose
SkyWest
Salt Lake probably when we go in the
Salt Lake
canyon,
Center,
but
133.6.
336, guys, 4241.
I'll take control and fly through the canyon just to be safe.
Alright, yep.
And then, let's see.
November 28 Mike Charlie, I'm going to lose you on radios here as you get a little closer to the airport. Radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change for it.
Squawk and talk VFR, thanks for your help, Mike Charlie.
Yeah.
One, 228 is that. We're going to tune in 123.07. 123.07. Nephi traffic arrow to Mike Charlie is 2 miles to the east at 9,300. We're just about to enter Nephi Canyon towards Manti, 9,300 Nephi.
What is this red button?
That's to talk, push to talk. You want to talk on the radio?
No.
Go ahead and start turning. We're going to stay on the right side of the canyon.
Okay.
Okay, I have flight controls.
You have flight controls.
I have flight controls. Okay.
Skypark traffic, Diamond Star 626, clip back. So runway 35, full stop. Skypark.
Whenever you go through a canyon, you always want to give yourself an out. Don't ever go down the middle. Because airplanes, it's kind of like traffic. You want to stay to the right for other traffic.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're over to one side and you need to make a U-turn, you have lots of room.
Okay.
So if you're in the middle, you might not, right?
Would it be pretty hard to land a plane with like the mountains that we have here?
Like on the mountain?
Yeah, because there's not as much like flat surface.
Yeah. If I had a bunch of terrain like this, and I was going down, I would try to find as flat as place as possible, but I would actually probably try to land in a big bunch of trees, at the tops of the trees.
To slow you down and
Yeah,
crash.
I listen to a lot of podcasts about that kind of stuff, and that seems to be a pretty safe way to crash land into the tops of trees, based on experiences of others. But if there's a big flat area, I'd land there first, you know?
Yeah. Would you ever try and land going uphill or no? Always downhill?
Yeah, if you're going uphill, your inertia is going to like push you into the mountain.
Earth, yeah.
So far, it's not too bumpy at all.
Oh, it's been good.
As soon as I say that, it starts kind of bumpy.
How many planes crash a year?
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty safe. There's about a half of death. Well, I shouldn't say that. One death for every 200,000 hours flown in general aviation.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is only in the United States or around the world?
I think it's worldwide.
That's really...
Those mountains are so cool. Holy cow.
It's actually a lot smoother than I expected. That's nice.
Have you ever thought about attaching any guns to this plane? Just kidding.
Nope. There we go. There are some bumps.
You can imagine banging your head on this, just going do-do-do-do-do-do.
Imagine being my height.
Yeah.
Smaller cockpit back here. Oh wow.
There's a little bit of turbulence.
Yeah, the wind's coming off the mountains because it's blowing this way, you know.
better than a roller coaster.
It really
Heber
is.
traffic, light flight 43, about 13 miles to the east, we're westbound at 10,000, Heber traffic.
When you hit turbulence, what is your goal as a driver, as trying not to go
Just
up
to
and
keep
down?
the plane level and to be slow enough that you're under the maneuvering speed, max maneuvering speed of the plane, because big jolts could damage it if you're going too fast.
What's the most G-force that you have experienced?
When I went to spin training, we did about 3.5, 4 Gs.
Was that hard, or was that...
No, it wasn't too bad.
You can feel it for sure, though.
You have to like tighten all your muscles so that the blood doesn't rush out of your head.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that.
How long do you have to tighten the muscles for?
Just while you're pulling the Gs.
What do you do when you go 10 G?
Pass out.
Well, those guys have G suits where it automatically tightens up and puts pressure on their skin to keep the blood from rushing out of their head. Okay, so I'm gonna
1, remark.
get the weather.
Density altitude 7,300.
Manti-Ephriam Airport.
Automated weather observation 1740 Zulu weather wind 220 at 4 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature 21 Celsius dew point -1 altimeter 3001 remark density altitude 7,300.
All right. Okay, that told us a few things. Basically, the wind is at 220, and there's a runway 21 and a runway 03. So which runway do you think we're going to land on?
Runway 03?
Nope.
21?
21. Wind's 220, so you want to... That's almost directly the same direction, right? If that was 22, it would be that they're named after the direction. So that runway is at direction 210.
Okay.
So we want to go into the wind. So we'll land at runway 21, and it's pretty calm. It says it was 4 knots, so it's not too bad. So the traffic pattern for that is normally you'd enter a 45 like this and then turn, turn, turn. But since we're over this way, we can enter this leg here, which is called base. And the airport's at 5,500, so 6,500 is our altitude we want to be at. And I've been descending. So 65. I'll set this to a little bug so I can see it. And then we'll just do a touch and go. Do you want to, is that all right? Yeah. Touch and go and then just turn around and go back?
Yeah. Let's hit it.
Okay. So let's see, we're about 14 miles away.
We're going 100, is that 70 or 28?
So we're going 134 knots, which times that by 1.15. Do that on your phone.
Alright.
134 times 1.15. That'll tell you your miles per hour.
154 miles per hour.
Nice.
I was going to say about 160 or so.
I almost hit this on the car. Just a second.
You're a fool.
I think this is Manti here.
See the temple?
Manti Manti-Ephriam traffic, arrow 28 Mike Charlie is over Moroni at 7,200 inbound for landing. We're going to do touch and go runway 21 Manti. Yeah, sorry, I said Manti, that's Moroni. Manti's up there, so the temple would be up there somewhere.
There's a ton of land out here.
This is one of my wife's favorite places to go climbing is Maple Canyon. You guys go there when we stayed at Gads, when you stayed at Gads?
Yeah. Is this where Gad's place is at?
Yeah, Fountain Green is, we passed it already. It's before Moroni.
Okay. The White House, isn't it?
Alright, so we are about 10 miles. Anti-traffic arrow 2 Mike Charlie is about 10 miles to the northwest, 7,000 feet, and we are going to enter a right base for 2-1 touch and go, Manti. No one's up. I've come up to this airport and flown my model airplanes before. Kind of fun.
What is the difference between a model and like a plane like this?
I mean, they're the same. They work the same. It's just you're on the ground controlling it instead of in it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like an RC.
Yeah.
Alright, doing my gumps check. Gas. I'm going to switch tanks to the fullest tank. Undercarriage. We are slow enough, but I'm going to wait to bring the gear down. Mixture is rich, prop full forward, switches, and you have your seatbelts on. Okay, so we're ready to land, except for the landing gear.
With a plane like this, are we able to skydive from it?
No.
You're not able to just pop the door and crawl out?
No, if you open the door, the wind would just push it shut. Pretty hard to keep it open. They usually get high wing planes for that too, so you don't hit the wing. I'm still looking for the airport. I don't see it yet, quite.
I'll keep my eye out.
I think I see the hangars. So see this water?
Yep.
Go straight up. There's like a white building.
I see it.
I think that's the hangar and stuff at the airport.
It's not a big hangar. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
So how much space do you need for landing?
It depends on the day and the heat and everything. Usually it's, in the 1,200 to 1,800 feet range.
Okay.
So this is Ephraim. So the temple's going to be up that way. We'll see it when we take off, I'm sure. Oh, I see it.
Oh, I see the temple, yeah.
Up on the mountain?
Anti-traffic arrow 2 Mike Charlie is entering a right base for 2-1 touch and go, Manti. Alright, we'll get down a little bit. We're going to let the gear down. And we got 3 green gear down.
Take off my jacket.
Yeah, it's getting warm, huh?
I felt it when we were taking off.
Anti-traffic arrow 2 Mike Charlie's on right base for 2-1 touch and go, Manti. Okay, 3 in the green gear down. Anti-traffic arrow to Mike Charlie is on final 2-1, touch and go, Manti.
And you wanted about 6,000?
Well, 6,500 is pattern altitude, but I'm in the pattern and landing now, so.
Okay.
Okay, toes are up. Three in the green gear down. There's a bird flying down there. I'm watching that guy.
Good eye. The red tail.
Was it a red tail?
Yep.
Hey, gear's coming up.
That was fluid. That was amazing.
That was quick.
That was the best landing I've ever had.
Okay, flaps coming out. There's a couple of birds right there. There's the temple off our left if you want to see it. Nephi traffic arrow to Mike Charlie is on right crosswind 2-1, and we're gonna exit the pattern and head back south towards Nephi Canyon, Manti.
The shadow of the plane. That's cool.
Where at?
Oh, now it's below us. What a turn.
Nephi traffic arrow to Mike Charlie is on right downwind 2-1, and we'll exit the pattern on a 45 back towards Fountain Green, Manti. There's you a little pocket of air.
Love that one.
You have to constantly be watching the temperature of the cylinders. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been adjusting the mixture. If they start getting too hot, I'll enrich in the mixture and send more fuel through there so it cools them. And sometimes when it's a hot day, if you're climbing and you got the mixture all the way up and they're still getting hot, you have to decrease your pitch so that you get going faster and more air flows through and it'll cool it too. So,
Good to know.
that's one thing about flying is you're just constantly, it's like non-stop looking at stuff, you know? Flying and watching and adjusting and
Nice just to be a passenger.
yeah, it is.
Passenger princess.
So right now the best climb speed is about 97. So I got it trimmed out to just stay about that, and I'm just letting it climb. And I just kind of watch the temperature, and I watch this too. This is the turbo inlet temperature. So this airplane has turbocharger, which really helps on hot days and high altitudes. It actually compresses and cools the air and then injects that into the cylinder. So it makes the airplane's engine feel like it's at a lower altitude.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but you got to watch the temperature of the turbo, not overheat it.
So, are you able to add more things to the plane? Or is it kind of like you have this so much space and like there's only certain things that you're able to fit inside the plane?
It depends. Like, what do you mean? Like, add what kind of stuff?
Like, let's say the plane doesn't have that, right? Are
Yeah.
you able to attach it to the plane, or?
Me personally, no, I can't. I have to have a certified mechanic do it, and then if they ever add or remove anything, they have to redo the weight and balance of the plane.
Oh, okay.
And put an entry in my log so that I know what the new weight and balance numbers are.
Interesting.
That's why last night you asked for all of our weights.
Yep.
Does it change the plane, or you just put it in your log?
No, I have this thing right here called weight and balance, and I put in everything, put in all the passengers, flight bag, you know, oil, fuel tanks, all that stuff, and it needs to fall within, it does all the calculations for me, it needs to fall within that block there. So when we took off, we were at 2,879 total pounds, and the max pounds in this plane is 2,900. So we were
pushing it.
Well, like 21 pounds under max.
And what happens if you hit the max? Is it just not able to take off?
You shouldn't fly. Yeah. It probably would, but you're risking your life, you know?
Yeah.
Depends on how above it you are, and how hot it is that day and everything.
So let's say would you just take out gasoline from it to lower the weight of it,
or people or gear? Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we only keep 50. You know, if we kept it all the way to the top and we had 36 gallons in each tank, we wouldn't have been able to go unless I took something out, like fuel or something. It's always better to have less fuel in there, and then if you have the weight, you can add some, right?
True.
Because draining, it's not good. Where are you going to put it?
Exactly.
I'm trying to climb back up to about 9,000 or so. I might try to get a little higher since we had a little bit of turbulence coming through the canyon. When wind goes over a mountain and does this, that's kind of what we hit. It does it at about just below the top level of the mountains, right? And that's about where we were.
So we were just in the prime
So
spot.
if we get up a little higher, maybe it won't be so bad.
Okay.
What has been your most favorite time to fly? Mornings, nights, sunset, sunrise, with the moon?
I really like flying in the mornings and nights, mornings and evenings when the wind's calm and the air's cooler, smoother, you know. I don't mind flying at night. I had to do a couple of night flights as requirements for my commercial.
Yeah.
And I got up really early one day and I flew to Las Vegas at night.
Crazy.
Right? So it was completely black. I was just flying by instruments and just flew all the way down there, and it's cool to fly over cities that have all, you know, lights. It's really cool at night. I tend not to do it as much because I like my sleep.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
But either ways, you know, I like mornings and evenings are probably the best, especially in the summer. Winter flying is pretty fun. The only problem with winter flying is with all the white snow everywhere, it kind of flattens out the view and you can't see all the contours as much, you know? So it's not as fun to look at down in the ground in the winter.
I see. We're still climbing, right?
Yeah, we're almost up to 10,000. I was going to go up to maybe like 10.5. I think we came through at about 9.5. Just get up another 1,000.
Have you gone up to 20 in this plane?
No, the highest I've gone is 14,100 feet. But that was in the summer, and it was over the Sierra Nevadas by Lake Tahoe. And, you know, in the summer, it's harder to get up higher because the density altitude, I mean, your altitude says 14,000, but your airplane thinks it's like 16, 17, you know? So.
Hi. And what do most commercial planes fly at?
They're in the 40,000.
Oh, for real?
30, 40,000. Yeah, they're pressurized. So when you get in, they seal it, and then they pressurize the inside of the plane, the cabin, and the whole time you're in there, it feels like you're at about 7,000, 8,000 feet. And then as they descend, they slowly release the pressure as they're descending, and then when they open the door, it's at the same pressure, you know.
Okay. Why is this one red? Weren't they all green before?
Yeah, it's just having a harder time getting a signal.
Oh, okay.
For ADS-B. When you're out here in like canyons and stuff, this is what puts the airplanes on my screen.
Oh.
This one does it, but I like having a separate one because if I ever have a power failure, then that still works and I can still fly the plane with this, you know. And this also has a carbon monoxide detector with an alarm and everything too.
And so when you're watching this oil, the pressure, the temperature of it, you want it to stay like level, or are you watching if it dips or goes up?
Yeah, I just want to keep it under a certain value. Those are cylinder head temperatures on the engine, and the ideal temperature for this engine is about 380 degrees in cruise. But if I keep it under that, then it's easier on the engine, right? If you go over that, the max is like 420, and if you don't want to get it that hot, you might just blow the engine, right?
Yeah.
So I always keep it in the 360 range, 350, 360. We're probably going to still get some bumps. On this side of the mountain, we might get some updrafts too. Wind going up, you know.
I'm just thinking of how far we've traveled, how long it would take in car compared to this.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
That's what I was hearing. That's what I was thinking the entire time when he was saying it takes an hour to get to St. George. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, about an hour 45 to St. George. Not bad, huh?
But sadly, in that hour, you have to look at so much stuff. It's a lot more taxing on the mental.
Well, and if I was flying to St. George, I would have been using the autopilot too. You can put your route in here. You can turn on the autopilot, and it'll just follow your route.
You don't really have to be hands-on.
Yeah, you can take your hands off and let it fly it, and then you turn it off when you're coming in to land, you know.
That's nice.
So it makes longer trips a little bit nicer. It's like cruise control in the car, you know.
That's nice. was thinking about if you had like a friend or two, just throw your clubs in the back of the plane and then fly down and rent a car or something. Or have someone down there just drive you.
Manti-traffic, Arrow 2 Mike Charlie is just about to enter Nephi Canyon. Last call, Manti. Nephi traffic, Arrow 2 Mike Charlie is in Nephi Canyon, westbound. We will follow I-15 northbound after we exit the canyon, Nephi.
Gotta get a photo of these trees.
Nephi traffic, Diamond Star 745, Delta Sierra, turning left downwind runway 17, Nephi.
Yeah, a little bit less bumpy on this side.
Not as bad.
Nephi traffic, 377 Hotel, we have Delta Sierra in sight, we're turning for 45, left downwind behind him for 17, Nephi.
I was thinking about hunting, if you just have your plane fly over, and another guy just with binoculars looking down, you could always call out deers, whatever animal.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of hard to see though.
I don't know if you,
Are you even able to?
I don't know if that's even legal.
It's kind of like a cheat code.
You might have to get a special permit to do air hunting.
I have a buddy whose dad works in the government.
Hotel's on a 45 entry, left downwind 17, Nephi.
Okay, yeah.
And they go boar hunting in helicopters.
Cruiser 120, Bravo
So they'll fly in helicopters, go
crosswind 17, Nephi.
just let loose. Yeah. Super cool.
We have that downwind traffic in sight.
Nephi traffic, Arrow 2 Mike Charlie is just coming out of the canyon. We're at 10,100. We're going to follow I-15 north. Nephi.
Traffic 948 Alpha. Go.
I didn't even hear him.
I heard 145 touch and go.
Nephi traffic, Diamond Star 745, Delta Sierra, turning left base, runway 17 for a short field touch and go. Nephi.
Nephi traffic, 7 Hotels, extending left downwind for 17, Nephi.
So that's Yuba, right?
Nephi traffic, jump plane 02
Where?
Tango is 2 miles south.
Right here? No, that's Mona.
9,500, climbing 12,500. We'll stay west of the I-15 to avoid Mike Charlie. Jumpers over the field, about 10 minutes, Nephi.
What are you looking at?
We got a plane underneath us. We're going to go that way. Nephi traffic, Arrow 2 Mike Charlie's over I-15 northbound, 9,800. We're going to kind of go northwest towards Genoa. Nephi.
Nephi traffic, Cruiser 120, Bravo Foxtrot, on the downwind for 17, Nephi.
Nephi traffic, 7 Hotel, turning left base, number 2 for runway 17, touch and go, Nephi.
You want to fly more?
Nephi traffic, 109
Yeah.
November Delta is about 9 miles north of field.
Okay, you ready?
North end of Mona, at 7,500 feet.
Go ahead, put your hands on there. You have flight control.
I have flight control.
You have flight control. Okay, so we want to stay, we just want to kind of slowly descend. Stay about this altitude. Don't go below 9,000 until we pass those mountains.
Okay. Traffic 377 Hotels on a 2 mile final 17, number 2, touch and go. Stay in
And
the
then-
center, Nephi.
We're going to go back the same way, except for we're going to go on the other side of that mountain by the lake. We're going to go along the shore of the lake.
Okay, that'd be sweet. A bit of a bump.
What does it feel like driving when you hit a bump, Wyatt?
About the same as it feels sitting back there. I don't know, it's just a bump. You just,
It doesn't change any steering.
no, the steering's pretty good. But there's a little bit of turbulence that you can feel it like move, but there's not a lot of fighting now.
Just thinking about driving a car when you hit
traffic,
a bump.
7 Hotel is 1 mile final 17, touch and go, stay in the pattern, Nephi.
Nephi traffic, cruiser 120 Bravo Foxtrot, making a left base for 17. Nephi. Nephi traffic, Toronto 948 Papa Alpha, turning left crosswind off 17.
I know from our house, or from Salt Lake, you're able to, able to hit, I think it's like 8 or 9 temples. I wonder how many temples you could hit if you were to fly an hour.
Richard, you know Richard, he used to take scouts on the merit badge, aviation merit badge. He probably still takes young men, but he used to do that. They do a temple flight and try to hit as many temples as they can.
That's cool.
Whoa, all of a sudden the air is cold. Did you feel that? Just like that, it was like boom.
Rigid.
Nephi traffic, Toronto 948 Papa Alpha, left downwind 17.
Let's see what Provo's. Altimeter is.
Nephi traffic, Diamond Star 745, Delta Sierra, left base, runway 17. Nephi. Left crosswind, 745 Delta Sierra.
I'm a natural.
You like wagging back and forth, don't you?
I try not to, but I don't know if it's the turbulence or if I'm just doing that. Probably it's me, honestly. Because you were doing it and it was just
Nephi traffic, Diamond Star.
So just fly with one hand, your left hand or your right hand. Yeah.
Downwind, runway.
See if it's different.
I'd love to do
traffic, jump plane 0 to Tango is 5 miles north of the field at 11,000, climbing 12,500. Jumpers over the field in about 5 minutes. Nephi.
What was that?
I said I'd love to do like a U-turn or a donut.
Oh yeah, I was going to do a steep turn for you. We should do that. Here, I have flight controls.
You have flight controls.
I have flight controls. Okay. So, this is just one of the maneuvers that you do when you're getting your private pilot.
And jump aircraft, you got a minute for a question? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I don't see any planes around, do you?
Parachutes if we just stay in left traffic, stay over the runway.
No. Just kind of looking.
Stay in left traffic, just be super mindful of 2 canopies that are going to be over the runway, especially when you're coming in. If you have to go
see anybody?
That will be putting you directly in their path.
Left or right side?
Up to the right side?
No, I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm
going to go left.
Okay.
You're clear on the right.
Nephi traffic, 7 Hotels, left downwind 17, touch and go, Nephi.
Clear on the left.
Nephi traffic, Diamond Star 745, Delta Sierra, left base, runway 17.
I am facing the earth.
Nephi traffic, Toronto 948 Papa Alpha, on final for 17, touch and go.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah. Are you feeling what?
My head is light. This is like a natural high. Oh my gosh.
So that was about 45, 50 degree.
Holy cow.
Bank.
That was good.
That was a really good turn.
I felt like I was just facing.
All right, you want to fly again?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you have flight controls.
I have flight control.
You have flight controls. All right.
Is that the same with any commercial plane line? Whenever the 2 pilots are switching,
Yeah.
you always have to say that?
Yep. For some reason, my ADS-B
Nephi traffic, cruiser
doesn't seem to be showing me airplanes.
Touch and go.
I don't know why.
Diamond Star 745, Delta
I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on.
Touch and go, Nephi.
So don't crash into an airplane right now, Wyatt.
I'm doing my best.
Sec traffic, jump plane 0 to Tango, jumpers over the field in 3 minutes, Nephi.
Jumpers over the field and Nephi.
Hotel turning left base for 17, number 2, touch and go.
So you can cut straight over the lake and just kind of go along the shoreline.
Okay.
On the other side, just cut over this and level off though.
Yes, sir.
What's the fastest you've ever gone?
One time my buddy and I flew to St. George and we had a really nice tailwind. We got there in like an hour and 15 instead of an hour and 45. We were going, the ground speed I think was showing 206 knots.
Holy cow.
So what's that?
I'll do the calculation.
I want to say it's close to
948 Papa Alpha,
280.
left crosswind.
By 1.15.
Traffic 17 Hotel, quarter mile final 17, touch and go,
That's about 236.9.
Yeah.
237.
So you tell me if you want to just sightsee or fly. If you like flying, you can fly for a little bit. If not, and you want to look around, I'll fly.
I like flying. It's fun.
He likes hitting those pockets of air.
I've been looking for them. I can see them. You want me still at the 9,000 mark?
This is fine.
Okay.
We need to be below 9 before we hit the airspace anyway, so just stay about air.
Nephi traffic 948 Papa Alpha on the downwind for 17, touch and go.
Huh. There's the Y. Well, just keep your eyes out.
Traffic cruiser 120
Eyes out for airplanes, because
17, touch and go, Nephi.
Is it not showing them up?
doesn't seem to be showing them. I'm going to switch over to this guy.
Traffic 745 Sierra is crossing.
See if that one shows stuff.
Nephi traffic, jump plane 0 to Tango, jumpers over the field in 1 minute, Nephi.
Sentry has disconnected.
So what does stalling feel like?
What does stalling feel like?
Yeah, like when your plane stalls.
Basically, you go up like this, and then it just, the nose will drop. So it doesn't feel like you're dropping like on a rocket ride or something. It feels like that just a little bit, but the nose will drop, and then you just push forward and you give it throttle so you can regain speed.
So is it kind of just like this and then it dips?
Yeah, you just go like this and then it dips, and then you just...
17, going to be departing to the downwind to the north, Nephi.
So what's the scariest maneuver that you've had to do?
The spin stuff.
You spin the plane.
So you go up and you do a stall, and then you give it rudder, and it kicks over this way, and then goes into a dive, a spiral dive like that.
Oh my god.
It was pretty fun though.
That's probably a blast. There's a rush in that.
Traffic 7 Hotel, turning left downwind 17, going to be departing to the north over I-15, Nephi.
Hold on.
Jump plane 0 to Tango, jumpers away, 2 canopies. Jump plane 0 to Tango will be descending on the west side of the field, just going opposite downwind 17, full stop, Nephi.
Salt Lake approach, Arrow 28 Mike Charlie's at the south end of Utah Lake at 8,700 with request.
Arrow 8 Mike Charlie, approach squawk 0313.
Squawking 0313, Mike Charlie. What was that last question?
While doing that turn, the stall left spin,
The spin, yeah.
not only practice with another professional next to you, or
Well, for now, yeah, because I'm not trained.
makes sense?
But if you're trained in aerobatics, you can do them by yourself if you want. If you have a plane that does it.
Will this plane be accustomed to do it? Or
No, this is not rated for spins in aerobatics. It'll break the wings off.
That's not good. Have you seen the video of the guy who takes his best friend out? They were going to go flying with someone, and his buddy got his pilot's license.
Airway Mike Charlie, ready to contact 2 miles southeast Fairfield, Salt Lake altimeter 29901, and what's your request?
29901, and we're just heading back to South Valley. Just wanted to fly following through there if we can. Hey, Mike Charlie.
Hey, Mike Charlie, keep an eye on your 6412's code, so you don't need to worry about that.
Awesome, 6412's cold. Thanks. Hey, Mike Charlie.
9 Bravo Foxtrot, there's a couple in the...
That's the restricted space.
A couple in the pattern. Radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Thanks for your help.
So, yeah, my instructor that took me up, he can do them whenever he wants. Richard can do them whenever he wants. He's been trained, you know.
Mike, I'm sorry, November 9 Fox Air, you can descend east of I-15 at your discretion.
At Salt Lake, there's how many people working on...
And do you want to transit program Delta, or you're going to stay clear of it?
There's like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 people up there working.
So you don't need too many people working on too many planes.
Okay, I'm going to take flight controls.
Okay, you have flight control.
My flight controls. Okay, so we're going to start descending back into Salt Lake. He told us that airspace is cold. It's not hot, so we're just going to stay on this side and just kind of cut through it. So I'm just going to start descending slowly because we need to be below the Salt Lake airspace as we get in closer, you know.
Yep. 7,000 feet?
When we get closer, it's down to below 6,000. So right now we're at 8,300. And we're getting some bumps from that mountain. The wind.
Maintain flight level 230.
I'm going to get the weather in South Valley.
There's G Mountain.
South Valley Regional Airport.
Automated weather observation 1820 Zulu weather wind 130 at 13 gusts 17 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature 24 Celsius dew point -5 altimeter 2991 remarks density altitude 6,800.
Gotta send that to me after.
Will do. This is so sick.
I'm surprised I don't see planes yet on here. Not sure why that's not...
2073, maintain 250 knots or greater.
Never had that problem.
There's the Payson Temple.
Oh no, this is the...
up north.
Saratoga Springs.
Oh, wow,
19 departure, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 230.
G Mountain, to the right.
I didn't even see that.
2073, quick direct top 2.
This is where we're going to fly over Thanksgiving Point soon.
Okay, 19, quick direct top 2.
I wonder if you can see the garden over there.
What garden? Of Eden? What garden are you talking about?
Yeah, use caution showing a couple of pattern radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change
It's
approved.
actually like very well known.
You know what he's talking about?
Secret garden.
I didn't hear it.
Charlie, I'm showing about
It's a
4 in the
secret
pattern
garden.
right South Valley. Just let me know when you're ready to go to advisor.
Alright, we'll let you know. We'll get past Point of the Mountain, then we'll switch. Hey, Mike Charlie.
Okay.
Not sure why this isn't showing me stuff, so we'll try to reboot it again.
2073, what's going to be your normal speed in the climb? Southwest 819, you're going to go faster than that? 310, transition to 79. Flying out slower. Perfect, that's just maintain 230 for now. You guys are both going to Phoenix, so I just want to make sure your speeds are going to work.
I think that's the garden. Right there, Wyatt. See the waterfalls right there?
2073, resume normal speed.
Oh yeah. I've never seen that. I'm gonna go check that out one of these days.
Probably get some bumps off these mountains too when we get over here. Kind of expecting that. Do you see the airport where we're going?
Is it that right there?
Yeah, that big open.
Yeah. You think about flying the plane next to Ty's plane when he was coming back from his mission, so you both flying together? Have him look out the window and wave.
Tell like approach Aero 2 at Mike Charlie. We're good to switch over to advisory at Mike Charlie.
Aero 8 Mike Charlie, radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Squawk VFR, take care.
Thanks for your help, Mike Charlie. South Valley traffic, Aero 2 at Mike Charlie. 6,200, just about at the bend of Bangalore, just south of it. We're inbound for landing on 16. We'll enter 45 for right traffic. Hey, Mike Charlie.
South Valley radio check.
Clear. South Valley traffic, 0411 Romeo Charlie, turning final for runway 16, full stop.
Alright, so I'm below 6,000, which is good. I'll get down here to about 5,700 and I'll level off, slow down, do my gumps check.
South Valley traffic, 41 uniform, departing 16.
South Valley traffic 460 Bravo Tango, taxiing to 160 Bravo.
Final traffic in sight.
Okay, gumps check. I'm on the fullest tank.
South Valley traffic, Archer 482, Delta Tango, crosswind 16 with touch and go, South Valley.
Mixture rich, prop full forward, switches on, seatbelts are on. Landing gear is going to come down.
South Valley 3 Tango Whiskey holding 6 number 2 South.
South Valley traffic, Archer 482, Delta Tango on downwind 16 with touch and go, South Valley.
South Valley 41 uniform, line up and wait 16.
It's kind of cool, just the water around a little island.
Community. Never seen.
South Valley traffic, 41 uniform, departing 16.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie is over the brickyard. We're going to enter our 45 for right traffic 16. Full stop, South Valley.
South Valley 3 Tango Whiskey, lining up on runway 16 South Valley.
Drain the green gear down. Okay.
Played that golf course. I think it's the same one that I said I played.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie's on the 45 for right traffic 16. Full stop, South Valley.
South Valley Archer 482 Delta Tango, on base 16, touch and go, South Valley. South Valley 3 Tango Whiskey on the go, South Valley.
South Valley traffic, 41 uniform, right crosswind 16.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie is just entering right downwind for 16. Full stop, South Valley.
Traffic in sight.
South Valley traffic, Cessna 8003 Bravo, over I-15, I'm going to overfly the field, and midfield, enter right
downwind for runway 16.
Valley traffic, 41 uniform, Cessna 172, breaking off to the northwest from midfield downwind, runway 16.
Turning the green gear down.
South Valley 3 Tango Whiskey, turning crossing, runway 16, South Valley.
South Valley traffic, Cessna 8003 Bravo. I'm about a mile to the east of the runway, and I'm going to cross midfield and enter downwind for runway 16, South Valley.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie is just on right base 16, turning final, full stop, South Valley.
South Valley 3 Tango Whiskey, turning downwind, runway 16, South Valley.
500.
Turning the green gear down.
Skag 776, north ramp hangars, taxiing 160 Bravo, South Valley.
A little bit of a crosswind. Toes are up. Bring the green gear down.
South Valley 3 Tango Whiskey, exiting the pattern toward E mod with 5,000.
Very nice.
South Valley, Archer 482 Delta Tango, crossing 16, touch and go, South Valley.
South Valley traffic, Cessna 8003 Bravo. Midfield, runway 16. About to turn right downwind for 16.
South Valley traffic, Aero 2 Mike Charlie's clear at Alpha 3, taxiing to the ramp via Bravo, South Valley.
South Valley traffic, 2 Valley Tango, to the Alpha runway 16.
South Valley, Archer 482 Delta Tango, downwind 16, touch and go, South Valley.
Wonder why my ADS-B went out.
South Valley traffic, Cessna 03 Bravo. Right downwind, runway 16. About to turn right base 16, full stop.
That was smooth. That was so smooth. I could have been asleep and slept through that.
Whiskey over the white water tower at 5,300, 800, climbing to 6,300, South Valley.
I know any commercial airline would be jealous of that landing.
South Valley traffic, Cessna 8003 Bravo, turning final, runway 16, full stop.
So we'll let the turbo cool off here for a minute and write down our hours in the log.